Welcome back to Margaritas in Paradise. Hey, today I'm in Cebu, and we're at the, let's see here. We're at the Holiday Plaza Hotel in downtown Cebu City. And, you know, last night, Cello and me, we ended up going down to Mango Avenue. Everybody tells us when we came to Cebu that we had to go to Mango Avenue. Anyway, we had a really good time, but because of the lights and everything else that were down there, I couldn't get any good video. And of course, I couldn't take the camera into the places to get video. But what I thought today is I'll go down and show you exactly where we went, kind of give you a tour of that, and talk about the different places, the quality, and even some prices. So let's go check it out. Let's go that way. I'll tell you, one of the things that I've really noticed here is all the high curves and high steps. Everywhere you go, walking around Cebu so far, we've seen so many high steps, and we're going to cut through this little plaza here. I think they have some type of nursing school or something like that go around here, because there's a lot of young nurses, and that may be a good thing for some of you guys. But anyway, one of the stores I thought was kind of interesting walking along here. Check this one out. Rock Island Armory Corp. So, cigs. I guess it's a gun store of some sort. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And here's it's a Hallow place. I remember Chloe telling me about Hallow at one point. But this one doesn't look like it's open. But it's like an ice cream, I guess. And I haven't tried it. But anyway, we're just going to cut through here. Let's see here. We're going to cut through, going to come out to the Jollibee. Now, I've talked about this before. Who likes Jollibee? And the answer to that question is, in the Philippines, everybody likes Jollibee. So, and I'm even one of them. I like it too. I'm not sure how healthy it is for us, but overall, it's pretty good. I like there's a bumper sticker on the back of that last car I passed, and it said, warning, new lady driver. Ha 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 ha. All right, so we're approaching Mango Avenue. Let's see, is there an actual street sign or something? I don't know. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk down one side, and then I'll come back the other side. And I may stop and get something to eat. This is just a small section of Cebu City, but it has some cool things along there. There's a big church down here that's just a really great building, and then there's a like a egg company or something type of a place, and it's pretty cool too. All right, so medical school. or jeepneys, jeepney, I don't know. And I don't know I think it's probably like 10 pesos or something like that to ride one of these, but I've never did it before. So, if you know how much it costs to ride a jeepney, put it in the comment section below. Have you guys tried Red Horse beer? I probably tried it for the first time about 20 years ago. Yeah, it's okay, you know. San Miguel Light's better, but everybody has their choices of what they can, what they like in beer. And I'm more of a light guy when it comes to beer, but when it comes to alcohol, of course I like my margarita, and you can get some really good margaritas in the Philippines. But I'm also kind of a gin and tonic guy, and I do like my wine. So all these armored cars, these guys here, they're all got shotguns out and everything else. They're ready to go. This is a Honda dealer. I'll tell you what, we were down here at this 7-Eleven yesterday. It was kind of a gathering place. As I found out, nothing really opens until about 9 o'clock. And so a lot of the Western guys were hanging out at these chairs up here, these little benches. And it was kind of a gathering spot. I wasn't sure. Oh, that sounds good. All right, so I'll tell you, one of the things that I did notice here is the amount of beggars that are out. So, and you know, the girls with the babies, that sort of thing. So this is something that I've noticed in the last, I don't know, probably week or so of moving around the Philippines is the number of beggars. So some places it's not as bad as other places. Go. Now we're going to be coming up on these clubs on both sides of the street here, and if you know where more are at, put them in the comment section below. These are just the areas that we found last night, but we were pretty impressed overall. I mean, the quality and of places, and the number of girls, for instance. And I mean, they were pretty good quality overall inside the clubs, you know, so we were really surprised. I'll try to get up here a little bit closer. Now, here on the right, you have a whole bunch of small clubs, I want to say. There's one here called Bamboozler's Bar and Sister's Bar. Nova X. But the main ones that I want to kind of throw out there is directly across the street. Now we'll be over there in a little bit. But Jane Bar, for instance, or Little Jane Bar, something like that. We went in last night and it was really great. Really had a good time. There's another one over there. Now, they were playing music, but they didn't have customers. The Breaking Point Sports Bar, Cebu. So, another one, maybe, you know, yesterday was a Wednesday, so maybe it wasn't as big of a day. But the music was definitely good. And I'll tell you, my favorite places was a place here called Aqua. And really a good lineup of staff. I ended up talking to the like the mama-san, or the mother of the house, I guess. And she was talking about everything from drink prices, you know. So for me, I was drinking San Miguel Light, and I think the average price there for me was 90 pesos per, no thank you, 90 pesos per beer. And it was a cold beer, a long neck. So it was really good. And if you wanted to find companionship or something like that, go out drinking with one of the girls or something like that, she said basically everything goes through her, and it's approximately 5,000 pesos. So it sounded like, you know, about the same prices as pretty much all of the Philippines. Now, if you think it's cheaper in one place or another, definitely let me know in the description below. Check out this church. Let's see here. Type places they're always stunningly beautiful to me, and I'd love to go inside that. But anyway, we're gonna press on. There's another club down here across the street on this corner that we went in and we watched. Well, I had a couple beers and we watched some Australian League rugby or football. So we'll get a picture of the outside of this building and show you what it is and everything. It was pretty good. Enjoyed it. There was guys in there. They were all having fun, playing pool and that sort of thing. But here it is right here. And it's the Howling Dogs Sports Grill. And yeah, it was fun. You know, it was worth staying there for a little bit. And this is located, what is this? Jock Salam National Road. So, yeah. And right across the street from Jollibee's. So. Now, we ended up staying in here for, I don't know, an hour or so, something like that. We just had a good time. But I was talking to some of the guys and they said, basically, on Mango Avenue, things don't get going until 9 p.m. So we realized it was a little bit past 9 p.m. and we started to hit the road. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you give me a big thumbs up that you're hitting that subscribe button. Hit the little bell next to it for future notifications of videos that are coming out. Now let's get back going. Now, one of the things I was talking about, this, it was an egg, I'm not sure. Let's see here, I'm looking at this now, Bosch Boone Bounty Fresh Foods, okay? So anyway, I'm gonna show you the sign. It's just something that sticks out. I don't know, maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. It's right here next to the church. And yeah, anyway. And what are these, inflatables? I can't tell. Yeah, I guess they are. They're probably some type of inflatable that are sitting up on top of this building. Wow. Oh, that truck. That's armed up. Alright, let's keep going. Oh. I didn't see a signal, but he did have a signal on. So that just shows you, even here, you need to walk with your head on a swivel. So we're directly across the street again from this Aqua, which is branded as a leisure nightclub. All right, so heck yeah, nothing wrong with that. And then Club Arena 2. Let's see here. And I think our plan is to come here tonight. So check that out. Here's the Jane Bar. Now, there is a sign up here. It says Howling Dog 2 Sports Bar, Cebu. That's kind of a cool looking sign. Maybe that's what the name of it was before. It was the Jane Bar. So I think I asked them how long has the Jane Bar been in business. They told me that it had been in business for 2 years. So right after the pandemic, they opened up. So, but everybody that I did talk to was telling me that this place was so much better than the pandemic. Now, you know, people say that about anywhere you go. You always missed it. You're always too late. And even for me in Pattaya, people were telling me, oh, you missed it by 10 years. If you would have been here 10 years ago, you would have really seen something. So places like this here, they may have been better at a certain time. But, you know, it depends on what you make of it right now. So if you're gonna come out here, and I read a comment about angry old men that come here and complain about everything, and but they still end up at these clubs every night, you know. So, oh, you should have seen it before. You should have seen these prices before, this, that, and the other. But that's the way it is, and it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters whether you're in the USA or if you're in Thailand or the Philippines. Everybody's going to remember times that were better than now, but it comes down to a point that you need to make your time as good as you can about right now. All right, so does that make sense? You know, make the most of your time and get out and enjoy yourself. Well, we're going to press on. I'm going to turn it back around and let you see. I don't know if there's anything else down here or not, but if there is, maybe we'll check it out. I see a sign up here for this road. I wonder if I should go down there. There's that Domino's. Now look back there, they have a place there, Pad Thai. I noticed several Thai restaurants along here, so yeah, pretty impressive. here's another place, Pacala's Native Restaurant. I don't know, but it does have a few customers there, so.
Hello.
How you guys doing? What's that?
No passenger.
Good. No passenger.
Yeah, good on you guys. Have fun. So I'm guessing this actually has to be Mango Avenue. There's a building up here, straight out in the distance there, and it's like 2NA, something like that, and then it says Mango Avenue. So why wouldn't it be called that? How you doing? It's hard to tell sometimes when you're walking through here the difference between, let's say, native Filipinos and let's say Americans. So I was in the 7-Eleven and a guy came up to me, an elderly guy, and he was older than me, all right, so, and he says, are you American? And I said, yes, I am. And he said, me too. And I had no clue. I mean, I would have said he was, you know, he was probably around 80 years old or so, something like that. And that doesn't matter. But he said that he had went back and voted in California for his president, okay? And he was wearing a Trump hat and a Trump shirt, which I didn't even pay attention until he kind of pointed it out, that he was wearing these hats and everything else. And he asked me, he said, is that your president? He tried to, well, yeah, get out of me whether I voted for him or not. You know, in Thailand, it's a big mix, probably like the U.S., you know. There's a certain amount of people for one thing, and then there's a certain amount of people that are for another thing. But it doesn't really matter. To me personally, the outcome of the election is, and maybe this is the military side of me, but the outcome of the election tells you who our president is. And so that's just the way I look at it. You know, I'm going to support our president no matter what. And that's the way I go. How you doing, brother? Anyway, yeah, little kids out here selling towels on the streets. So anyway, let's see here. Now I'm getting back to kind of the corner that I wanted to start from and stop at, but I'm right here. No, thank you. But they do have a nice 7-Eleven here, and it looks like they have Healing Hands Massage and Spa. That's Healing Hands Massage and Spa. Okay, and yeah, looking for anything else that they might have in this area. And they, like I say, they did have a Burger King there as well. So, hello. Let's see here. They have an adult store back here. Music lab. All right, let's see here. I don't really see anything else. There's lots of hotels and that type of stuff down through here. So we're gonna go back and pick up cello, and then we're gonna head to the beach. No, thank you. And there's these little kids out playing with wires and get on across this street. Look at there. It's running. It says run, run, run. Okay. So we're gonna cut in here. Maybe there's Jollibee's. We don't need to go to Jollibee's. Let's walk down here and take a different way back, and say the least. One of the things that I noticed yesterday, I was walking along and I was thinking about something, and I thought, well, I just asked a local instead of just using Google Maps or something like that, which I probably should have been doing. I would just stop and ask a local if they can speak English, and what ends up happening most of the time is that local will run away from you. So I was talking to Cello about that. She said, yeah, it's the same thing. Her parents, if a foreigner would ever approach her, or her parents, if a foreigner would approach her parents are gonna speed up their walk and just get away from them. And she said the reason why that is they're scared to try to speak English. They know English, but they're just kind of intimidated. So here's another place here. I just happened to be going by this. It's called Sky Blue. I'm gonna turn it around so you can see. And it looks like a decent room. You can get a family room for 2,550 pesos. Here's a standard room for 999, or a suite for 2,050. So that's not too bad. Yeah, Sky Blue Hotel. It's on Ramos. Now that's the street I think we're on, Ramos. So, and General Maximilian, which is, yeah, we'll see. Might have that all wrong, but so that's the Sky Blue over there. All right. Pretty cool looking. All these armored vehicles going by. Oh, there's Robinson's right in front of us. What do you know? All right, we're gonna take a left here. Pawn shop. Barber shop. How much is a haircut? Let's see here. Haircut is 150 pesos. Manicure, 160. Pedicure, 150. Shave is 150. So it's pretty comparable to Thailand, I think. Another kitchen. That looks kind of good. Smells good. Let's see here. Street food. All right. So we're gonna walk. Here's right in the front here. I remember this KTV bar last night. Korean. What's that? Korean KTV. I'm not sure what that stands for. Korean something bar. I mean, maybe it's one of those bars that kind of karaoke and that type of stuff. I'm not sure. Now let's go. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, and we're back to our hotel. And that type of stuff. And if you know of any other places for me to check out here, please let me know in the description below. All right, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.